welcome back to the Loud Banter podcast. As always, I'm your host, Alpha Arrow. I will be your only host today. I know it's been a long minute since the last time I've uploaded, and it's been even a harder minute since we've last had an episode of the podcast. I'm by myself today, just for personal preference. I wanted to really have this be sort of like a channel update, as well as just telling you guys what's going to be new for the channel. One thing I really want to start off with is reasons why I don't have my co-hosts. Besides the whole personal preference thing, it's a lot of things, I would say, really. The main thing being is losing out of touch. I know you're told, you'll keep in touch with your friends during high school, after high school, and all this stuff, but it's been really hard to kind of keep track and keep in touch with friends from high school. I've just graduated. I'm starting my adult life. I'm going to be starting college pretty soon. So there's that. And this whole pandemic that's been going on, and being at home, working at my own pace, having a lot of free time, and just spending a lot of time on the internet in general has really caused me to sort of look back on things, especially about high school and friends. I haven't really kept in touch with Sean or Christian. It's been really hard. I think they're going through summer school right now, so they're incredibly busy. I'm going to be pretty busy too. My fall semester starts next month, so looking forward to that. But I just want to keep things by myself, do the podcast by myself, upload content that I'm directly making, just so that it's not only easier for myself, but easier for everyone else, because I know a lot of people want to have Sean and Christian and us being loud and funny and stupid, and yeah, that I miss that too. But there's an old saying, all good things must come to an end, and hanging out with them, that sort of chapter in my life has pretty much closed. But it's the end of a chapter and the beginning of a new one. So it's a new step forward, a new road for this channel to really grow and expand my content, really. I really do like making content, even though I feel like sometimes it just doesn't get the views that I want and all that, but it's kind of disheartening. But at the same time, you always just gotta keep trying and pushing yourself. Thomas Edison once said that he never really failed. He only found, when he was creating the light bulb, he just only found 1,000 ways on how not to make a light bulb. So with that same mindset, I really don't see myself as failing, just discovering what's not really working for me, and trying to constantly pester my friends into doing the podcast. Hey guys, are you available for the podcast? It's getting to that point where it's just very inconvenient. So I want to keep things by myself so I can talk directly to you guys. If I ever have another host, I am going to look forward to that. I guess I could have auditions or something, but I really just want to sort of have things be very personal for a little while. Have things that sort of have my own touch of things to it. Because now I have more equipment, more software to use. I'm no longer making the podcast on my phone using free software that has that dumb watermark on it. I actually have a laptop with programs. I'm actually, instead of using the onboard audio recorder of my phone, I'm actually using an actual professional audio editing software for this. I'm using Audacity. I know it's not considered professional, but it's better than what I've been used to. And I feel like this is going to really help me make better content. Because sometimes when you look, because I know not everyone does this sort of thing, but when you look back at your old content, you kind of sort of see the dumb jokes, and you sort of become your worst critic. And I feel that's what really gets to people a lot about not, doing online content, is that they look back at themselves and they think, what the hell am I thinking? What am I doing? What is this really terrible stuff? Because no one is going to be your worst critic than you are. You are the one who sets the challenges. You are the one who sets the criticisms for yourself. You're the one who sets the standards. No one else does but you. It's also your choice on what you do afterwards. Do you just accept what's going on, or do you change things? It's all really your choice. So, my choice on what to do with the channel now is just upload more content that's less, I would say, trimming the fat of most of it. I'm going to be reducing the size of my videos just so that it doesn't seem as pandered out, or, where I'm really just trying to extend the time, because I'm not trying to make money off this. I'm just trying to make videos and, make some of you happy. It's just what I like to do. I just like to make people happy. Just sort of entertain people. I think that's the one thing I want to do, is I want to entertain people. Because I feel like it's a way of people feel good. And I know I'm also kind of a critic. I do reviews. I did reviews of Star Wars movies. I did reviews of BioShock, because I love those things. I'm a big geek. I'm an epic gamer, as they would say. I love playing games. I love watching movies. And I want to talk about that. That's the one thing I want to do, is I want to talk about things I love, because I don't really have that outlet, And I hope that there are some of you that can enjoy and be able to talk about the same things. That's what I want my channel to be, where we can talk and have that platform to just talk about things. Like, even if, the video game industry being the most gigantic industry it is out there, it's still hard for people to talk about this stuff, because it's always these, preconceptions, oh, you're a gamer and all this stuff. It's it doesn't matter if you play games. It's just kind of sort of common now. Even mobile games are kind of like that. It's standard now. So what are going to be some new things I'm going to be uploading to the channel? Obviously, I'm going to be sticking with some alpha reviews, though I'm going to sort of change the name of it. While it's still going to be called alpha reviews, I think the main thing I want to call them is blank really that good, or is blank really that bad? Because that's really the question a lot of people ask when they search up these reviews on YouTube. Is it blank really that bad, or is it blank really that good, or is it this, or blah blah blah? And I want to have my channel be it so that when they search that up on the search bar, and it's one of the few results, you can get your question answered. I want things to be as simple as they could possibly be. So, upcoming videos that I'm working on alpha review for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which I did on an online poll to decide which one I was going to do, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas beat Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I'm working on getting the footage right now for Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, because the whole capturing software while playing games on my laptop's a little buggy, but you know, I'm still trying to put it together. That one's going to be a little bit shorter. I'm going to have it maybe be around 15 minutes. Just not so it's these long things, but obviously I'm going to have my main criticisms, have my main praises be right there. Because I love the game. I generally do. It's it's the one thing I've been playing this entire quarantine, but I want to get that review as soon as possible. But another thing I'm working on is I would like to call a Halo retrospective. I'm working on doing a full, like, hour-long retrospective on the entire series in celebration that Halo Infinite is now, it's now underway. We saw the gameplay trailer. I want to also talk about that in the retrospective. As a longtime fan, I've been through it all. I've played most of the Halo games. I haven't played like Spartan Assault and that stuff, but I have played most of them, and I'm just really looking forward to saying my piece on it, because it's a series I hold near and dear to my heart, and I want people to, say the same things, like, not really say the same things, but sort of, join in on the conversation. Whether you like it or you hate it, it really doesn't matter. I just want to know what's everyone's different points on it. So that's definitely a retrospective video that I think you should look out for. Another thing I'm definitely gonna be doing, I'm gonna see if I can start trying to stream. I definitely want to get into streaming. That's the one thing I want to do. I've been a fan of streaming. I'm a fan of Twitch, all this stuff. I don't exactly have the best in hardware. I mean, I have a computer that doesn't even have its own dedicated GPU. It uses dedicated graphics. But, it never hurts to just be interested and try it out. Because regardless if it works or not, at least I can say I tried. Because I think that's the most important thing, is trying. Because people, they say they want to do this, but they never try. They want to do this and that, but they never do so. And looking back on it all, is that trying is one of the most important things you can do. Because if you try, like you actually do try and you don't, half-ass it. If you actually do try, the memory of you trying is always going to be with you than the moment you succeed or the moment you fail. That's the real moment that really sticks out to you. Alright, I'm going to go on a short break, and then I'm going to be talking about games I've been playing. So, we'll be right back. And we are back from the break. I hope you guys enjoyed that song. As you noticed, that was our intro, actually. It's Pixel Pig by DJ Young. It's copyright free, so I'm totally safe to use it. Of course, I do have to give credit and all that stuff, but you know what? I'm perfectly fine with it. I like the song. I'm a big fan of electronic music, which I just kind of got back into, you know? Like, usually when I listen to music, it depends really on the mood I'm feeling at the time. So I'll go from like rock to rap to electronic music to jazz to classical to all these kind of things where I'm just constantly changing my mood. And, you know, I'm going through different artists and different genres. Right now I'm feeling like in that rap electronic style. Speaking of rap, No Pressure, the last album from Logic came out, and dude, that was a good album. I would say it was really solid. I'm not gonna say it's like the best of the best. I think something like I'd say like what's a good album? I wouldn't say it's like the same as like To Pimp a Butterfly or Forest Hills Drives, but it's really solid. I'm not gonna say it's like garbage or just adequate. I'd just say it's pretty solid. I've been listening to it. There's some really good tracks on that. So that's pretty much what I've been listening to that's new for music. Movies and TV. I've been hearing about Umbrella Academy Season 2. Like, I watched Season 1. I like the show. I really do. I haven't caught up on season 2 yet, but I definitely want to start binging it, see how that goes. Other things I've watched, some anime I've been watching. Obviously, everyone's watched Kaguya, everyone's watching ReZero and all these things, mostly for the meme purposes, but I feel like I'm getting a solid stream of entertainment. Video games is the big one, since, I'm that epic gamer. And what are some games I've been playing this whole quarantine? Well, I used to be playing a lot of console stuff. I would be playing like Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, like a lot of stealth games. I'd be playing Hitman. It was really fun. I've beaten all those games. I went back, started playing like a bunch of old retro stuff. I played like the first Crisis, and it was weird because it was like I have the third game, and well, dude, it feels like it's like times have changed, But as well as other things I've played, I'm trying to think. But in console games, that's pretty much what I've been going on with. But I just recently started getting into PC gaming, and I've have the good luck of being graced with a hand-me-down laptop, which I'd say it's not exactly the best of the best, but hey, if it's hand-me-down, you can take what you get. No, I really wish it was something better. I mean, 4 gigabytes of RAM's not gonna cut it. Those epic games are not gonna cut it, man. But in terms of PC games I've been playing, I got Assassin's Creed Rogue on my PC. It works stable enough. Gary's mod, dude, I've just been playing Gary's mod for the longest time. Just like messing around, doing stuff, seeing what I can do with so many mods. It's a really fun game for just messing around in. And the community of Gary's mod is really freaking cool because you can have like these doo-doo maps, but then you can have like giant city-sized maps. It's really freaking cool. It's the best way to describe it is if Roblox had a big brother. That's the best way to describe it. Other games I've been playing on my PC here, CS:GO. I've been playing a lot of CS:GO. I still die. And Brawlhalla, I got into Brawlhalla because I heard it's free to play and it's like Smash, and I've been playing that with my brother sometimes, and it's really fun. It's the only game that I can run pretty much extremely smoothly, but then again, it only needs like 1 gigabyte of RAM, and a potato can run it. Other games I've been playing, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I've been playing a lot of GTA, dude. Not just to like mess around in, but like properly like go through everything. I went in, I did every side mission, every side content, collectible after collectible. And just going through the story, and it's really been a fun trip because I never played San Andreas, but I've always heard like stories about them. But when I finally got to play, I was like, this is actually pretty solid. Like, from 2004, the amount of features that are in it that would literally be put into the other games, I think GTA 4 is 2008, so like 4 years before GTA 4 and 9 years before GTA 5. And the amount of features that are in that game is actually really, really surprising, considering it's using the same engine as Grand Theft Auto 3. It just shows that Rockstar can be a really good developer. I think the problem is right now is like they are such a great developer. Red Dead 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, the other Red Dead 1. But the thing is, they really just focus on expanding their game's life cycle. Like with GTA 5, they've constantly re-released it. Like it went from PS3 to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Then we're doing all the heist updates, all the DLC expansion stuff and all that. And now, finally, when they got to PS5, they're just gonna re-release on PS5. I think Rockstar is genuinely just trying to keep ride the wave of GTA 5 until it dies down, so they can actually make this GTA 6. But GTA 5 is a really solid game. I saw it at an outlet, I think it's a PC collector's edition that comes with a steelbook, I think, and an art book, and the soundtrack. It was $25. I was so tempted to buy it, very tempted to buy it. But then I realized Grand Theft Auto is not going to run on my laptop. My laptop's actually that bad. It can run San Andreas, but it's just not going to run 5. No way it's going to run 5. But there's that. Other games I've been playing. I got Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, which I've heard is the best in the series, and I can see why. There's a lot of really cool details and options you can do with just sneaking around. It's really freaking when I'm playing a mission there, I've got to really be in that zone where, okay, I'm thinking about what to do, what enemy is where, what light source is on, all sorts of stuff. It's really solid. There are other games I've been meaning to play. Sims 4, I got Sims 4. I never played it, but I want to, though I do need to deal with Origin and all that. So it's a really complicated mess with Origin. Origin's is genuinely. I thought Uplay was bad, but Origin just straight up does not want to download. It just does not want to download onto my computer. So that's some PC games I've been playing. And, we've had these kind of E3 mini presentations instead, because we couldn't have an actual E3. So my thoughts on those. The Ubisoft one, I feel they really could have done better. I mean, we got, what was it, a mobile game? Assassin's Creed, which, dude, I legitimately have lost, interest in the games now. When it was Odyssey, and I played Odyssey, actually through a friend, because he had an actual good laptop that he brought to school and played Odyssey on. It was so on Assassin's Creed that I couldn't even explain. I thought I was playing The Witcher. I get Origins was kind of that same feel where they want to make it Witcher third person role playing game, action adventure. But everything felt kind of not exactly right, But I do like Origins. I thought when it came to that installment, they still made it feel like Assassin's Creed. You had the hidden blade, you had all these stuff. You could still do leaps of faith and all that, but Odyssey feels really out of place. Suddenly you can now climb statues and all that. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, it's really weird. So Valhalla, I'm not really Not really looking forward to it. That's just really not what I think. I do like the concept of having a Viking assassin, but the Assassin's Creed series has really gone down like a little slope. Other games they showed off Far Cry 6. They only showed us the cinematic trailer, and it has I forgot his name, but he's from Breaking Bad, and he was from The Mandalorian. He played the Moff Gideon in The Mandalorian. That dude, I feel, is going to be the best part of the game, hands down. Yeah, is he going to be the next boss? We don't know, but just that one trailer showing like the character has already. The thing about recording is that sometimes I just mess up, but I'm gonna leave it in because I'm really not the best at audio editing. But in terms of the villain for Far Cry 6, I think he's going to be an interesting one. I know in 5 they had the cult leader, and I thought he was pretty cool. He always wore those yellow sunglasses too, so I think that's one way to visually remember someone. Like with Voss in Far Cry 3, he wears the red shirt, he has the little mohawk. He looks like Michael Mando, because he is played by Michael Mando. With this new villain, I believe his name's Anton Costello. That suit he wears, no, that's a recognizable suit. I know who's the villain of Far Cry 4 again? It was Pagan Min. He had that like pink suit and blonde hair. I mean, it was cool, like I think at the moment, but in hindsight, it's not just like visually memorative because it doesn't feel right, You know what I mean? So the cinematic trailer, I thought it looked great. It's taking a very Cuban-like influence. You had Cuban cars, you had like a revolution. So it really seems like they're just taking a lot of inspiration from the Cuban Revolution with like Castro and all that. So I'm gonna say carefully optimistic on Far Cry 6. The Xbox Games Showcase was, I would say, a step up from what they did last year. I mean, the only thing good that really truly happened last year was Keanu Reeves talking about Cyberpunk. That is a true moment in history. So there was that. There's also, what else did they show at Xbox Games Showcase? Oh yeah, Halo. Dude, Halo Infinite looks. It's making me a little hopeful again. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna talk more about Halo because I have a video coming up about the Halo series, and I'll save my thoughts more about what I thought of the Halo Infinite gameplay demo and the trailers and all that. I'll talk more on that when that video comes out. I'm working on that right now. Other games that they showed off, I think it was Fable. That's a series I haven't thought about in like a decade. But I'm very, very curious to see how it's gonna come out. So yeah, I think there's that. I forgot Nintendo, if Nintendo had one of their directs. If they did, I probably do need to check it because they probably announced a new character in Smash. So there's that. In all honesty, who I thought really won game developer who blew away the show at E3. I feel like it's really on the same side. Sony, I didn't really see much of Sony. Like, Sony didn't. I don't. Like the PS5, yeah, that was a cool reveal. It looks like a Wi-Fi router. But it's not exactly like gotten me at the edge of my seat, you know? So, in terms of games that I think are actually really great this year, if you have a PS4, I highly recommend you go get Ghost of Tsushima. That thing is art form. I truly don't say this, but that game is a piece of art. It's Dark Souls. It's almost on the same level as Dark Souls level of art. If you ever find like someone who says video games cannot be art, I'd say show them Ghost of Tsushima, show them Dark Souls, show them BioShock. I'm pretty sure you would change their mind, or they would say, "Can we get a book form of that?" Because the actual story of those games are just beautiful. Ghost of Tsushima has a beautiful story with very interpretive, and with the ending being very interpretive. I've gone into a discussion about the ending and what it all means. It's just really freaking beautiful. Unfortunately, Sony then also had another exclusive that, while Ghost of Tsushima was great, everyone loves it, we have Last of Us 2, which people either hate or really love it. I'm on the side of either and neither, you know? So, for those of you who don't know, The Last of Us was a game on PS3 that came out. And like Dark Souls and Ghost of Tsushima, it's absolute art. The original Last of Us is absolute art. You can play it, almost anyone can play it except small children, of course, and appreciate the story of it. It genuinely has great storytelling, great writing. Not the best gameplay, but everyone just plays it for the story, right? And then it also, like the other games in the series of art forms, has a very interpretive ending where still people discussing, did this character do this or did they not do this? Does this character feel this way or feel another way? It's a really, really beautiful game. So when they announced the sequel, naturally everybody and their mom was freaking out and on the hype train. So when it released, everyone's expecting like so many things. And then story plays out and everyone's like I said, either you hate the story so much or you love the story. And then you have an actual small minority who can kind of see both sides. Like, they can sort of see the good in it and they can see the bad in it. But then you have people who just want to stay on the extremes and then they massively bomb it. The score on Metacritic, I think it went down to 5.2. Yeah, it's 5.2 because I know at one point it was 0.4 on the Metacritic score, which was really low. To keep in mind for my non-gamer people that are listening, the Metacritic score is, like the gamer score, and it's out of 10, but has a point system. So it would be like 9.4, 9.6, 9.7, all of that, right? So it was at 5.2. So meaning half of the people who liked it probably gave it around a 5. It was just a real storm of bad things. But I felt with the writing, it was significantly weaker compared to the original Last of Us. But I wouldn't say it's the worst thing I've ever written or that's ever been written. There are certainly dumber things that have been written, but it's just, I felt like my main problem with the game was the structuring of the plot. It felt a little bit jagged, if you will. Like, suddenly, it doesn't make sense when this character has already done something, and then you then play later off in the game before that action. It's really, really weird plot structure. I don't know if they were trying something new, but it obviously did not work. So, I personally am just on the fence about Last of Us 2. I love Ghost of Tsushima. That's really it about games that have come out. Oh, the SpongeBob remake, Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's everything I expected. I'm not expecting it to be a Resident Evil 2 remake. But you know what? It's just a harmless game. Though it made me felt really old. So that's honestly the whole gaming news, my thoughts and stuff about recent stuff about gaming and all that. I will have that whole Halo video coming out. It's going to be a retrospective. I'm really working on having it done. And that's really what's in the pipeline right now. It's going to take me a little while, but I'm really passionate about making it. And I think it's going to be the one video on this channel that I feel like I'm going to put the most work into. That I'm going to, look back with, fondness. So that's it, guys. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Just remember to stay safe and be nice to each other. See ya.